It is now 6:16. All right, Betsy, how unusual is it that our hottest day of the year would come this late in the season?
Not unusual at all.
Really?
Matter of fact, the record on this date is like 99 degrees. So we get heat all the way into September, sometimes even into October. What's unusual is this is only our second 90-degree day of the year. Last year we had 13. We average about 9.
Wow.
So it's been not such a bad summer. And right there at the tail end of things, the unofficial part at least, here we go. We're sitting still at the upper 80s at this point. We're going to stay in the 80s through the rest of the evening, although it will become more comfortable as the sun sets especially. Temperatures getting back into the 70s. It's going to be a warm night for us, friends, and we do have an air quality alert that is still in play. And this is not smoke. This has nothing to do with smoke. This is purely particulates, specifically ozone. And that is all the pollution that cooks in this heat and the sunshine. Air quality alert continues through midnight for our big cities as well as out in Ashtabula County, and it's basically all to do with the wind flow. We are still sitting well into the 80s in Northeast Ohio. Now, mind you, 91 at Hopkins Airport just before 5 o'clock, and then the temperatures started to cool off a little bit, so we're past the peak heating of the day, but it is the humidity that is really complicating things. Now, we have a lot of humidity, but in concentrations that we can kind of handle. If we had temperatures that were a little bit cooler, our heat indices would just be really jacked up because the relative humidity would be so much higher. But we are still sitting with those upper 80s and the heat indices that are in the low 90s. So it does still feel hotter than it actually is, but it could be worse. Here's the forecast for the dew points for the coming days, and you can see that trend line is generally going down. This is good news, but we are not going to completely lose the humidity. As a matter of fact, we will start to transform that humidity into some rain, and by now we probably need some rain around here. The peak heat is still out to the west of us, and you can definitely see this line that is coming eastbound. That is a cold front, and by tomorrow evening we will have some pop-up chances for some showers and storms, but more notably we will also have clouds and then the cooler temperatures that do start to filter in here. By the time we hit Thursday, we're talking about temperatures that'll be 10 degrees cooler than where we're going to be tomorrow, and then once we get toward weekend, now we're talking about much more comfortable air settling in and a beautiful weekend setting up for us. So as far as tonight goes, mostly clear, still hot, still humid. We're going to be in the low 70s to get the day going, and I think by sunrise tomorrow morning it's 6:58. Temperatures are going to be kind of close to the 70-degree mark across northern Ohio. The rest of your National Designer hour-by-hour forecast features that southerly breeze. It's going to keep pumping the heat in, so we still have another sticky day tomorrow. By 8 a.m. we're in the mid-70s. We're going to be up around 80 by 10, and once we get into the afternoon, here we go again. We're looking at mid and upper 80s all across Northeast Ohio. But with that front coming, that should trigger a few showers, maybe a few thunderstorms to move through the area. So we'll be looking for those scattered chances around as we head through the afternoon into the evening tomorrow. And then ultimately it isn't until Thursday that we'll really see some appreciable change coming as the winds begin to switch around. Here's how it all plays out in your Union Home Mortgage forecast. Upper 80s tomorrow, feels like temperatures around 90, but then we cool it back toward the 80-degree mark as we get into Thursday with scattered showers and storms. Rain lingers on Friday, and then for the weekend right now, we are looking like we're going to have some clouds around and some spotty shower chances, but that does not mean a washout. So I know a lot of folks still have plans going on, and it does look like maybe you have to dodge a few raindrops, but nothing we can really cancel plans on as of yet.
Looks like a great victory Sunday, too, for us.
Let's hope we get one of those.
That's right.
We could deal with that.